I did not see that. I did not see that plot twist coming. Oh my gosh. Wow. Mashima. Oh my gosh. Dude. That was one hell of a plot twist. Now I'm making this video like only mere seconds after reading the chapter. My God, what a cliffhanger of a chapter. I should have seen it coming, but it didn't pique my mind. Hey guys, this is Came for 15. I'm back at it with another Fairy Tail manga chapter review, and we're here to discuss Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest manga chapter 73. I'm still in utter shock. One, we see Selene alongside her frickin' her comrades and stuff like that. And them celebrating a huge gigantic party. My freaking goodness. This was one hell of a freaking chapter. Like, this chapter, man. I have no words. The way this all happened and the way it like builds up to the point it gets off was honestly, really freaking crazy and stuff like that. And, I'm like, dude, what is gonna happen to these characters? So this is freaking crazy. And, I'm seeing all this freaking stuff happen. And it's like, man, this is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand. So our characters are definitely in some huge trouble. And I don't know what this is going to mean, but we're going to get into this freaking manga chapter. My freaking goodness. Hold on a quick second, guys. I need to take care of something because something's acting up. Okay, back from that whole nonsense that happened. So, okay, where we last left off in the storyline, our heroes got destroyed. Like, they got destroyed. Each and every one of them were all beat. So obviously this is a chapter. What happens to our characters? Well, the chapter starts off in this location called Black Moon Mountain. Now, first thing first, you see this girl chilling in this hot tub. Now, one, it's Selene, but I'm like looking at this, I'm like, dog, she looks like Lucy in the scene. These girls with these long hair that look like Lucy, these faces that look like Lucy. Anyways, she gets up out of the bath, or her, I guess, hot tub or whatever, her hot spring. Her little servants comes to put her robes and everything on. Next thing you see Gray and Natsu tied up essentially, just not hanging, but their arms are hanging and stuff like that. And essentially, Selene's like, well, sorry for the wait, but I had to take my bath and stuff like that. Now, it was funny because Gray makes the comment, he's like, bro, are you some kind of pervert? Like, you took a bath in front of freaking men here. So, yeah. Now, she goes on to say, dragons by nature don't have a habit of wearing clothes, but when I'm in this form, I guess I better adapt to human habits, which, okay. I definitely wish I could see Selene without her robe on because she is hot. But listen, she's evil at the same time. Anyways, she goes on to tell Gray and Natsu that they're at Black Moon Mountain. And the fact that we learn some, some crazy things. One, the point they're on, it's where you can catch, I guess, the moon of Elentier at its most beautifulest stance, from what she says. The thing about Elentier's moon as well, says it does not wax or wane, essentially saying it kind of really doesn't move, it stays in place and stuff like that. And that's also another reason why she's taken a liking to this world and stuff like that. Now, Gray and Natsu are essentially like, well, then what's your point in having us and stuff like that? What's the reasoning? And she's like, oh, I'm kind of here to have some entertainment. Now I'm reading this, I'm like, entertainment? I'm like, isn't she gonna, well, I'm like, first things first, I'm like, don't tell me she's the type of girl that likes to seduce men into doing whatever she pleases in her forms of entertainment, which is something like that, but nothing sexual. They kind of get to a point of that meaning, but okay. and stuff like that. Now she goes on to say, I don't want to eat humans or take over this world. I have a simple wish to have a drink and party while watching the elegant moon. Now Natsu makes a point by saying, so are you a good guy? And then Selene gives this crazy demon-possessed look face by saying, as long as I enjoy myself, what does it matter if the world or two gets sullied and distorted? Essentially, she's saying she doesn't care if Elentier blows up because the overfill of magic going on here, which goes to show how crazy this bitch really is. She is a crazy girl, or a crazy dragon and stuff like that. And it's funny because this is like, well, then you really are a bad guy, which is freaking crazy and stuff like that. So, yeah. Anyways, Selene goes on to say, I wanted to play with you guys here at Black Moon Mountain and stuff like that. So then she's like, okay, time to feast. So in like the next few panels, you see like her, I guess, you know, hench ladies. You know, you see the 3 beauty moonlit goddesses, stuff like that show up. And they're just get all this round of food, this feast, and they're just eating and stuff like that. And essentially, at the same time while they're eating, they're in a way kind of teasing the men and having fun with Gray and Natsu. Like, for example, you have Hakune freaking touching Gray all over his freaking body and stuff like that. Gray does mention the fact that her hands are super cold, which, again, further hits home in the pack of the fact that, you know, for some reason, Hakune's magic actually affects Gray in terms of him resisting ice magic and stuff like that. So yeah, buff chick who Mimi, who beat Lucy, essentially is like, her body's quite toned. I'm like, ew, and stuff like that. You have essentially Yokai drawing a picture of frickin' Natsu or painting of Natsu and stuff like that, things like that. Now Gray's like, what do these women frickin' want with us? And I'm like, they probably want your D. They want your dick, Gray. Good thing Juvie ain't here, but Selene's like, no, a woman drinks with a captive man to liven up the party. Isn't that simply delightful? And, you know, they're just freaking just having one hell of a party and one hell of a feast and one hell of a time and stuff like that. Now, all of a sudden, after some time, Selene's like, okay, now it's time to have some fun and stuff like that. Now, she says this chant from saying, from the heavens of women's bodies to the hell of she-demons, which I think has something to do with tying by the time you get to the end of the chapter and stuff like that. Anyways, the moon's light is just brightening and the moon is actually getting freaking bigger. So Gray and Natsu eventually get teleported in this cave, but we find out it's actually the bottom of Black Mountain, of the Black Moon Mountain and stuff like that. And it's called Origatsuki. Now, good thing the translations say it in the thing that Origatsuki means Moon of Demons, and it's a possible reference to Onigashima. Not the Onigashima from One Piece, guys, which means a mythological island of demons. So that's another interesting tidbit there. Now, Selene goes on to say that their Gray and Natsu are both split up into different separate places, and essentially they have to defeat all the yokai to get and climb their way back up to the mountain and stuff like that. So, and then at the meantime, and honestly, like how in Dragon Ball Z, how people are watching the Majin Buu versus Goku and Vegeta fight, that's what Selene and her freaking, company are doing. They're just watching the fight. They're like, Selene's like, we're gonna see if you can do all this and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyways, Natsu's getting all ready and stuff like that. He comes across one demon that looks like an umbrella and some sort of eagle legs or something like that, some sort of bird leg. He knocks him out, and you see Natsu just going through all these like yokai type of people and stuff like that. And he's even like, bruh, this is easy. No big freaking deal and stuff like that. But in the meantime, you see this freaking tail slithering around and stuff like that. Now, Natsu makes mention like, what the heck? There's some of a different magic power here from before. Next thing you know, he gets wrapped up in this tail and he looks up and the chapter ends off with essentially a serpent version of Lucy wrapping Natsu up. And essentially, Selene says your former friend has become a yokai, a Nor Ona, which means, the meaning is wet woman. And do not take that as a sexual way, but essentially that means it is a man-eating sea serpent from Japanese folklore with the head or upper body of a woman. And that's how the manga chapter ends off. And dog, oh my goodness. It seems like Selene can transform Lucy into some sort of yokai slash monster type of thing. And it's like, oh my gosh. So one, she has the powers to transform humans essentially into like beast-like structures, which I think we don't see Erza and Wendy in this. We don't even see Happy and Carla in this chapter. So I am guessing, I'm envisioning the same thing happened to them. Maybe morally Wendy and Erza, and I'm guessing that's who Gray's gonna more than likely go up against. Wendy and Erza, unless Gray goes up against Erza. Wow. This is insane. When I saw that, my jaw literally dropped. I was like, dog, what in the hell is going on here? And this is just crazy. So Selene got the powers. I don't know if she got the help of Yoko to do this, but maybe it had something to do with that chant she also said early in the chapter. But this is showing that Selene is somebody not to mess with. I feel like Selene's like, well, if you want to get to me, you're gonna have to kill one of your friends, don't you? So, oh my goodness. That is insane. That is freaking crazy. I think there was a past thing where I don't remember, but I think there was a past fairy tale arc where it was like an evil version of a character had to go up against another character without trying to kill them or something like that. I don't know if that happened in the old fairy tale arc. If not, please remind me in the comment section. But this was literally insane, and this goes to show you how strong Selene is apparently, and what type of freaking magic we're dealing with. Like, she can turn freaking Lucy into a whole damn demon-like creature that apparently is gonna be out for blood for Natsu, and apparently Lucy has no recollection or sense of where, they are. And I was wondering as I'm reading the chapter, I'm like, where are the girls? Where are Wendy, Erza, and Lucy? Well, we find out, and apparently Selene's gonna make them go up against Gray and Natsu, but that's kind of where the manga chapter ends off. This was a great chapter, another good chapter by Mashima. He's just knocking out of the park for Fairy Tail, and my gosh, I cannot wait to see where this story goes next. And we have to wait another 2 weeks to see chapter 74. But man, this was a good chapter. There's nothing else I gotta say, but man, what a chapter. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys like the video. If you guys like the video, hit that like button. Put in the comment section your thoughts on what we saw here in this chapter. And your thoughts of the fact that Selene can apparently turn humans into essentially beasts, like creatures and stuff like that. As well as hit that subscribe button to get more Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest manga chapter reviews. Yesterday, I actually uploaded Fairy Tail arc review of the Sun Village arc, which is the intro or the prologue arc before you get to the Tartaros arc, because that's going to be the next arc I'm going to be talking about in my arc reviews. But other than that, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully, guys have a great rest of your day. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace. Hey guys, quick little thing before the video really truly does end. I wanted to say this. Selene as the antagonist of this arc, can I just say this? Mashima is killing it with Selene. I really love how much of a problem she's being to our heroes, and how devious and how just, you could say, a sociopath she is. Like, she's only doing this for fun. Like, she ain't doing this for any real reasonable purposes, like I'm gonna take over the world and stuff like that. She's just doing this because of some psychopathic reasoning, and that just intrigues me so much. She's such a good character, like such a good villain, bro. I can't wait when we get the final fight to see more of her abilities, but she is such a good damn enemy, man. Like a good antagonist. And it's like, we've had good in fairy tale antagonists, but she's honestly like S tier in terms of antagonists. Like, she's just like, yeah, I'm sitting back. I'm gonna just toy with you. So you go do my bidding. Thank you very much. And I love her for it, not only because she's hot, but she's like that type of, you know, conniving type of freaking antagonist. And I really do like her. She's great. I want to get my thoughts out. So again, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys liked the video. Till then, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.